Hey everyone, Dave here with Affordable Door and Gate. I hope you are doing great. This one is from Rusty, Trusty Rusty. Rusty, I really appreciate you sending this in to make us all aware of the dangers of garage doors and the importance of safety. So I'm not going to read it all here, but I got it up here in the description for you to read. So you might want to pause it. You might want to read it or listen to this a little later. But he was talking about a maintenance guy at a bus garage, and it sounds like it's a 12 by 12 garage door with a probably a T50. Yeah, it looks like a T50 LiftMaster on there. Sounds like the door was up, which is really, really odd. So I'd love to hear your guys' comments to make other people aware, or some of the crazy stories that you've heard. Now, I have never experienced or even came across anything close to this, where when the door is fully open, the garage door, and the spring would break in the fully open position. Never, ever even heard of it. Not saying it couldn't happen, but I've never heard of it, because typically garage doors break in the down position, the torsion springs, right? Because that's when they're fully loaded, and that's when they normally are under strain. Now, if it's happened to you, please put it in the comments below. I'd love to hear your story on it. I'd love to read the comments. So anyways, the door was open. Sounds like the guy was going to go out, sprinkle a little salt. Sounds like the average thing a man would do, right? Trying to help everybody out, keep stuff from being so slick. The spring broke. The door went into a free fall, which is very bizarre even, because with the door normally open with the opener will hold it. But it sounds like it was an older unit. I don't know if he said it had a break on it. If it did, it was worn out. It's an older unit. I got some pictures. We can take a look at it. So, but this is why, we all, I just had a door a week ago fire up on me. It was my own darn fault. It had a timer to close. I brung the door up, about a quarter of the way. I was working on the bottom roller, trying to pop it in the track, and all of a sudden, boom, the door fired up on me. There was a switch right next to me to shut the power off. I forgot to hit the switch. I forgot about the timer. Luckily, my fingers weren't in a spot that they don't belong, so that's why I'm always telling you guys, watch those fingers, keep your fingers. And I had a winding bar in there. I was trying to pry in there and beat it with a hammer, and all of a sudden, boom, it fired up. And I was like, son of a gun. It scared the crap out of me. More embarrassed me because there was a couple guys behind me that worked at it was a road, a DPW. So, but he fell on his head. I think he ended up, had to go to the emergency room. So dang, man. And luckily the door didn't come down and crush him. You know what I mean? So that's why also, one thing you always remember about those photo eyes too, right? Now I know this wouldn't have helped in this situation, but for some of you green guys out there, those safety sensors are supposed to be within that 6-inch or lower, right? And that's always garage doors. In the photo eye worlds, we're always looking out for safety of human entrapment, right? We don't care about vehicles. We don't care about the plow. We don't care about the trailer. We care about human entrapment, right? The cause of death, life threatening. You know what I mean? So now I don't know if the opener would have helped him out if it reversed and the belt was sitting there and it's trying to at least run and pull the thing up. I don't know for sure. But anywho, let's take a few look at these pictures. And like I said, let me know what some of your stories are. So here's a picture of that opener on the job site there. It looks like in the picture right here where the mouse is, it looks like it has external receiver terminals right there, possibly. So that's kind of an older unit for sure. We can see this brake assembly. Now, I would like to hear some of your guys' opinion on this. I'm just going to tell you, and I don't feel like I'm an expert in this by any means. I'm still pretty new, I would say. I don't have 15 plus years with the Genies, right? I don't see a lot of commercial Genie openers out there that are in my lifespan of what I've installed, right? I've done a lot of LiftMaster, but I always feel like the LiftMaster brake assemblies are pretty weak. They're not as robust. They're not as strong as the Genie openers, the commercial, the better commercial ones that you can buy. That's just my opinion. They come with this, this cylinder looking thing that's like on the linear OSCO gate operators that it's more like a drift, right? It doesn't grab, where like the Genies, they seem like, and you can also set them, the force settings on them in the programmable circuit board, how hard you want them to hit. If you want them to drift more, if you want them to smack and really brake hard. So I'd like to hear your guys' opinion. I'm not a fan. I know this is older, so we can't beat this up too bad, but I feel like the LiftMaster's brakes are just, when they're brand new, they're pretty zippy and snappy, but I don't know with age. I've replaced one brake assembly on a Genie one time, and that was it. Most time they seem to hold up pretty well, But if you have any experience with the Genies or the LiftMaster, let me know. Say, hey, man, the Genies do hold up better. They break harder. I'm just curious what your opinion is on it. So we can see in this picture, obviously up here, we have the broken torsion spring. And, you know, the one thing I don't see them, and it might be just the picture, and I'm not catching it. I don't see photo eyes. It might be an old enough unit. I'm assuming it is. I'm sure Rusty will comment. I'm assuming it's an older unit that didn't have the photo eyes. Like I said, maybe, you know, if it had the photo eyes and it would have caught him falling down or something, maybe the opener would have kicked on and it would at least tried to, you know, belt it up, you know, or something to help make that opener not be in a drift mode. But, you know, either way, pretty scary stuff. I'm looking down the center of this, you know, and it looks like that's where they maybe keep some kind of pull cord, which could be a hazard. I'm assuming it's going behind the hinges here. So I don't know if that's a good idea or a bad idea. It might not be a bad idea, honestly. I don't know if anybody's ever done that. Let me know if you guys done that before with the pull cord. That way it doesn't hang down in the opening, which is not a bad idea. So it doesn't catch an SUV or a piece of equipment and rip the door down. Looks like a pretty standard door, but man, talk about some scary stuff for that to come down on somebody. But you know, that's one of those things too. Rusty was encouraging the preventative maintenance. I do too. I really think garage doors, residential and commercial, need the preventative maintenance. Now, unfortunately, I don't know if there's much we can do about it unless you go with, I think the new Maximums come with a counter on them, but the Genies do, the Genie commercial operators. So if you were to install one down the road, you got a counter on it. I don't know. You guys let me know what you would do or how you do it. I've thought about putting a ticker on there, right, for counts, because how are you supposed to do garage door springs? I think this is just a fluke. I'm glad the guy survived. I hope he makes a full recovery. And I think it's something, preventative maintenance is good, but I don't know if we could do anything about torsion springs. You know, they break. It just all depends on how much they use the door. Using it a couple times during the day, using it 20 times a day. You guys know how it goes. So, but if you have anything to add to it, please put it in the comments below. I'd love to hear them and read them. So anywho, I'm getting out of here, guys. You guys, thanks for watching. Remember, keep your fingers and make sure you keep your head. Oh, take care. We'll see you on the next one. Bye for now.